we will call regular council meeting to order for Tuesday, May 13th, 2025. As we gather, we are reminded that the town of Bonnyville is situated on Treaty 6 land that is steeped in rich Indigenous history and is the traditional homeland and home to First Nation and Métis people today. We respect the histories, languages, and cultures of First Nation, Métis, and all First People of Canada whose presence continues to enrich our community. Before us, we have an agenda. Are there any additions or?
Nothing from administration, Madam Mayor.
Okay, we'll look for a motion to approve the agenda then, please. Councillor Blanchette?
I'll move adoption of the agenda as presented, Madam Mayor.
All in favor? Carried. Next, we have the meeting minutes from April 22nd, 2025. Were there any additions, deletions, changes to the meeting minutes as presented? Seeing none, motion to approve, please. Councillor Johnson?
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes as presented.
All in favor? Carried. Okay, first up, bylaw, Apex Utilities, natural gas distribution.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Attached is bylaw number 1600-25, authorizing the town to enter into a renewed natural gas distribution system franchise agreement with Apex Utilities. There are a number of steps required to be completed in order for the town to enter into this new franchise agreement, the first of which is to give first reading to the bylaw so it can be forwarded to the Alberta Utilities Commission for review. As part of the renewal process, we are requested to complete Article 1N, which is the amount for the definition of major work. Administration is recommending this amount be set at $50,000, which is the same amount as listed in the 2014 agreement. Our current franchise fee is 21% of the company's actual total revenue derived from the delivery tariff, including the fixed charge, base energy charge, demand charge, but excluding the cost of natural gas. We are also required to include this rate or a different rate percentage in Article 5 of the agreement. Our 2025 operating budget was based on the 21% rate expected to generate $853,346. Administration is recommending that Council provide first reading to bylaw number 1600-25, Apex Utilities Incorporated Natural Gas Distribution System Franchise Agreement, with $50,000 included in Article 1N and a franchise fee percentage rate of 21% in Article 5A.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for administration on this request? Councillor Kushner?
Thanks, Madam Mayor. Just reading, so 10 years is where we were last time, correct? Through to administration?
Correct.
And then if we wanted to amend it, it says no later than November 1st in any year of term. And we advise the company in writing of the, so I'm assuming it won't be this November, it'd be the following November?
That is correct.
Are we always alerted at council of that on the first there?
That would have to be, once the franchise-free distribution letter comes in, it always goes to council as part of the operating budget process.
So every year?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Any other questions? Councillor Sharoon?
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor. Just a couple of questions. So this hasn't been renewed since 2014. In the comments from administration, the amount can range from 50,000 and up. So does that number, do you think that should be increased or whatever since it's been 10 years? And what are some of the costs incurred in the last 10 years, just for an example? And along with that, when we go to the Schedule B, the extra services, can you kind of explain what is the outside of scope work for the extra services?
For the first part of the question, the 50,000 is the minimal value that they would have to notify us of any work that they're doing within town. They do notify us if there's any work at all being done in town, whether it's less than 50 or above, and that would include any of the work that they did, I think it was about 2 years ago, where they replaced a lot of their gas lines. So they came in, had a meeting with administration, told us we were going. We worked out a plan to make sure that we weren't doing some of our own infrastructure work in those areas. So, and as for Schedule B, I would have to get further clarification from Apex Utilities on that and bring it back with second and third reading. And if I can get it prior to that, I'll send it out through an email.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Any other questions? Okay. We are looking for a first reading on this request. We are interested. Councillor Schroen?
Yes, I will move the first reading for bylaw number 1600-25, the Apex Utilities, Inc. Natural Gas Distribution System Franchise Agreement with $50,000 included in Article 1 and a franchise fee percentage rate of 21% in Article 5A.
Thank you. All in favor? That's carried. Next, we have the 2025 rates of taxation bylaw.
Thank you. To process the assessment and tax notices, bylaw number 1601-25 has been drafted based on the operating capital budgets that were approved at the April 22nd meeting. The operating budget and this bylaw reflect an average residential municipal tax dollar increase of 2% and non-residential municipal tax increase of 4%. Overall, the residential tax rate has increased by 0.35302 mils due to an increase in the provincial school requisition, a slight decrease in the seniors requisition, the 2% municipal tax dollar increase, as well as a decrease in the overall residential assessments. The multifamily residential tax rate has increased by 0.09722 mils due to the same factors as listed, except there was a slight increase in multifamily assessments. The tax rate for non-residential properties has increased by 0.06042 mils due to an increase in the provincial school requisition, a slight decrease in the seniors requisition, and a 4% municipal tax increase. There was an overall increase in the non-residential assessments. Overall, the tax rate increase is 3.41% for residential properties, 1.05% for multifamily residential properties, and 0.38% for non-residential properties. Administration is recommending that Council provide all three readings to bylaw number 160125, the 2025 rates of taxation for the purpose of setting the tax rates for 2025.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for administration? Okay, we are looking for all three readings this evening, please. Councillor McAvoy, start us off.
I will give you first reading of the tax rate bylaw.
Okay, all in favor? Carried. Motion for second reading, please. Councillor Langridge.
I will move second reading for the 2025 tax rate bylaw.
Okay, all in favor? Carried. Motion to move into third reading. Councillor Kushner.
I'll make the motion that we proceed to third and final reading.
Thank you. All in favor? Carried. And a motion for third reading, please. Councillor Schroen.
I move that council approve bylaw number 1601-25 for the 2025 taxation rate for the purpose of setting the tax rate.
Thank you. All in favor? All right, that bylaw has passed. Thank you. Next, we are looking to cancel or reschedule the May 27th, 2025 council meeting.
Thank you. As the FCM conference is May 29th to June 1st in Ottawa this year, members of council attending the conference will be required to travel to Edmonton on May 27th, which is a regularly scheduled council meeting night, in order to be at the airport for their flight on the morning of May 28th. Administration is recommending that council cancel the regular council meeting scheduled for May 27th, 2025, and resume regular council meetings on June 10th, 2025.
All right, thank you. Any questions on this request? All right, we're looking for a motion then, please. Councillor Blanchette.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I will move the staff recommendation that council cancel the regular council meeting scheduled for May 27th and resume regular council meetings on June 10th, 2025.
Thank you. All in favor? That's carried. Next, City of Cold Lake, invitation to discuss rural busing.
Thank you. Attached is a letter from Mayor Copeland inviting council to meet and hear about the challenges faced by the rural bus industry and the support that they need. Mayor Copeland is asking for feedback from communities in the region on the need and support for the establishment of a working group. Administration is asking that council provide direction on their preference for attending a meeting to discuss rural busing in the region.
Okay, thank you. Questions for administration on this letter? We're looking for direction. Sorry, Councillor Johnson?
I don't think it would hurt to be part of the discussion. Not having rural bus routes right now does hurt our area quite a bit. Some people are stranded because they can't get into the city, although I know it's tough right now because it's not a very widely used transportation anymore, but it doesn't hurt to have that conversation to see if it's something that maybe there's a solution for. So I would be in favor of it.
Councillor Bill Parker from the city of Cold Lake was at the NAGO meeting last Friday, and he did bring this up, and there was large support from our regional or municipalities in the Northeast to support this as well. But I do agree, you know, something that we talk about often is, you know, patients going get services in a different municipality. Once they get discharged, they're left in that municipality, whether they have their wallet with them or somebody who could help them. So this would be a good way to, you know, even help that sector of the population. So I would also support a discussion to see how we can, you know, advocate for something like this in the region. Councillor Kushner?
Yeah, I agree. I echoed the same as you two. Madam Mayor, this to me is sort of like NAGO. Would you be willing to step forward to do this? Because I'd make that motion if you're willing to represent us at the rural busing in the region.
Yeah, no, of course, if that is council's will, for sure. All right, well, do you just want direction? We don't need a motion on that. Yeah.
No motion required.
Okay, all right, so we'll let them know. Thank you. Thanks for the discussion, council. Anything else? I guess, no. All right. Okay, already at committee reports. We'll start with Councillor Kushner.
Thanks, Madam Mayor. April 23rd, I went to the LICA meeting. Also on the 23rd, came here for the Highway 28 improvements. Really looking forward to that. Fix up our downtown a little bit. April 24th, Alberta Muni's webinar here in Council on Bill 50. April 28th, the Chief Officers meeting at the North Star Building. April 30th, east of Edmonton and Two Hills. May 1st, we had CAO interviews. May 2nd, myself along with the mayor and our acting CAO went to the Alberta Association of Police Governance on May 2nd and 3rd in Westlock. Also on May 3rd, it was the Hearts for Health Gala in Cold Lake. May 5th, Community Policing, and May 7th and 8th, the Bonnyville Regional Fire Authority Strat Plan. That's all I have.
Okay, for myself, on the 23rd, I also attended the Highway 28 improvement meeting here. On the 24th, the AB Muni's Bill 50 webinar. 28th, 29th, and 30th, union negotiations with the Alberta Union of Provincial Employees. The 28th, the Bonnyville Regional Fire Authority Chief Officers meeting. The 30th, I attended the grand opening of the Strathcona Performing Arts Center, which is an amazing facility, and anybody that hasn't been there should find something to buy tickets for and go. The first was the CAO interviews. On the second, I had the honor with Councillor Blanchette and Councillor Langridge to demonstrate our art skills decorating Tim Hortons cookies. The Cold Lake Health for Hearts for Healthcare on the 3rd. The 7th, got to interact with a bunch of future leaders serving pancake breakfast at Duclos School, and attended the first session of the BRFA Strat Plan, and then on the 8th was the second session of the BRFA Strat Plan.
Okay, April 23rd, I had a Bonnyville Wellness Coalition meeting, followed by the presentation on Highway 28 improvements. April 24th, the AB Muni's webinar on Bill 50, then a regular standing meeting with Assistant Deputy Minister Jen Anderson, followed by a special library board meeting that evening. April 25th, an FCSS Association board meeting in the city. April 28th, a local FCSS meeting focusing on our board's input for the social needs assessment we currently have underway. April 30th, the grand opening for the Strathcona Performing Arts Center. May 1st, CAO interviews. May 3rd, Hearts for Healthcare Gala. May 5th, FCSS Association Finance Committee meeting. May 6th, Library Board meeting. May 7th, the pancake breakfast at Duclos School for Mental Health Week. May 8th and 9th, the Northeast Regional Spring FCSS meeting hosted by Smoky Lake at Métis Crossing. May 12th, meeting with, that was yesterday morning, meeting with the FCSS Association team along with the AB Munis leadership to prepare for our upcoming meeting with Minister Nixon later this week. Followed by a visit to Cold Lake FCSS, and then I also volunteered to decorate smile cookies with 3 groups I'm involved with, one of which, of course, was with you guys, and that is all for me.
Busy month for everybody so far. Okay, so on April 23rd, interim CAO Renee Stoyles and myself had our meeting with Reeve of the MD and CAO there just for ongoing relationship building, so that was good. And then that day also attended the presentation from Transportation Alberta on Highway 28. April 28th to 30th, I had union negotiations, and then April 28th in the evening, I had a C2 meeting. On April 30th, Strathcona Performing Arts Theatre grand opening. On May 1st, I had an executive meeting with ABMA. May 2nd to 3rd, attended the Policing Governance Association conference. And then on May 3rd, Cold Lake Hearts for Healthcare Gala. May 6th, I had our kickoff meeting between ABMA and the MRC out of Montmagny in Quebec. It's a kickoff of our virtual get to know each region from Alberta and Quebec, all in the vision to have a group go to Quebec, learn about their governance and their structure, and then vice versa. May 7th had the BRFA strat plan, and I just want to let council know, I think we had 8 hours booked for that strat plan. We got it done in maybe 4 or less, and it just goes to show that the board itself is very unified on our vision and the priorities that we want to see coming out of BRFA. So as we grow and as that organization grows, I think we're headed in a really good direction there. And then on May 12th, I had a Municore meeting.
Okay, thank you. On April 23rd, I had the Highway 28 improvement meeting. April 24th, Alberta Munis webinar on Bill 50. On April 29th, Dr. Brasso Science Fair was a judge. Congratulations to all the students there. They did a fantastic job. There were, I think, 6 of us judges and going around, and it was very difficult. And the teachers did an excellent presentation on the scoring sheet that they gave us. So excellent, and again, congratulations to all the students. They did a fantastic job. On the 30th, I also attended the grand opening of the Strathcona Performing Arts Center. May 1st, interview for the CAO. On May 2nd, we had our Northern Lights AGM. We had elections, so Jennifer Ann Heiger from the town of Mornville was acclaimed as board chair. I won't go through all the rest of the directors, except Cliff Cross from Frog Lake was acclaimed on our executive committee as an officer at large for the Indigenous community. So that's the first member we've had for that. So that's congratulations to him. And Josh Crick was also nominated to the policy committee. He does a fantastic job there. On May 5th to the 8th, I took my subdivision development and appeal board training. On the 10th, I did the exam. On the 6th, I made a presentation to the local library board. And on the 11th, I had an Ag Society meeting. Just to let you know, this is the most wagons we've ever had at 44 wagons. Everything's coming along. They are going to be sending an email if council would like to make breakfast on the Saturday morning, starting at 7:30. And that's all I have for right now. Thank you.
All righty. April 23rd, the Highway 28 presentation. On the 24th, the Alberta Munis webinar on Bill 50, along with a special library meeting. Then union negotiations, the 28th, 29th, and 30th of April. Attended the grand opening for the Strathcona Performing Arts Center. May 1st, we had CAO interviews. May 2nd, we did the Smile Cookies at the West End Tim Hortons. May 5th, community policing. May 6th, library meeting. And then serves on May 7th, served some pancakes with some other counselors at Duclos School. And then I had an Alberta Winter Games meeting as well. And that is all for me.
All right, April 23rd, I attended the Highway 28 meeting, and then a Historical Society meeting later that evening. April 24th, I attended the webinar for Alberta Munis Bill 50. April 28th, I attended the FCSS meeting to deal with our needs assessment, and then a C2 board meeting right after. April 30th, I attended the grand opening of the Strathcona Performing Arts Center. May 1st, CAO interviews. On May 3rd, I attended the St. John's United Church Country Hoedown. I was a little worried because I was the only council member there and I was thrown in the jail and bail, and I didn't know if I was going to get bailed out. Luckily, one of my coworkers and somebody else took pity on me and bailed me out, so I want to thank them for that. It was a great event. May 7th, I was at Duclos School doing the pancake breakfast, having some major flashbacks since I went to school there and my two daughters. And on May the 12th, I had which was last night, Ohana Center meeting, and that's all for me. One more thing, I want to make a suggestion. If we are going to participate in the pancake breakfast, can administration provide PPE for Councillor Blanchette after last year's incident, just to be on the safe side? And if anybody wants to see the photos, we have some.
Uh-oh. For those in the gallery who don't know, hit up Byron for, yeah. All right, thank you. Okay, moving right along, we've got a few proclamations here. We will start with the Alberta Rural Health Week. Rural healthcare providers are invaluable assets in our communities. Not only do their skills and expertise enhance the well-being of our residents, but these professionals also play vital roles as family members, friends, neighbors, volunteers, teachers, and mentors. Their dedication strengthens the fabric of rural life. So I do hereby designate May 26th to May 30th, 2025 as Alberta Rural Health Week in the town of Bonnyville. Sexual Violence Awareness Month. Whereas sexual violence has a profound and lasting impact on individuals, families, and communities, causing emotional, physical, psychological, and financial harm. I do hereby proclaim the month of May 2025 as Sexual Violence Awareness Month in the town of Bonnyville, and encourage all citizens to speak out against sexual violence, support survivors, and work together to build a safer, more inclusive community for all. National Public Works Week. Whereas our infrastructures, facilities, and services could not be provided without the dedicated efforts of our public works professionals. These are our engineers, managers, and employees at all levels who are responsible for rebuilding, improving, and protecting our transportation, water supply, water treatment, and solid waste systems, public buildings, and other structures and facilities essential for our citizens. I do hereby designate the week of May 18th to 2024 as National Public Works Week. Seniors Week, June 2nd to 8th, whereas seniors are valued members of our community whose contributions and experiences enrich the fabric of our society. I hereby proclaim June 2nd to June 8th, 2025 as Seniors Week in the town of Bonnyville and call upon all residents to join in celebrating and honoring the seniors of our community. All right, next we have a request, an invitation, thank you, from the Bonnyville Senior Citizens Society. Somebody want to speak on it? No? Okay, that's just for correspondence? Okay. I think an invitation did go on in our calendar for that, right? Okay, my apologies. Same with the Hive, the grand opening. We also had an invitation for that. Council, if you have not received it, let Tracy know. 3 years already. And then we have our Appendix A, our community and organization funding, current up to May 8th. Moving right along, any questions for administration at this time? Okay, we have quite a few items in camera. If I can get a motion to move into camera. Councillor Blanchette.
I'll move us in camera, Madam Mayor.
All in favor?